I've got good news. Are you someone who is resident in the UK? Whether you're the dependent of someone who is on a tier 4 student visa or a tier 2 visa, and you're thinking, as a dependent, I would like to go into some kind of specialities, I'd like to go into some kind of fields, and I don't even know how to start. I want to go to school, but I don't even know how to start. I want to swap my career from what I am or what I was before I left back home to something new in the UK, and you're wondering, where do you start because of the money? For instance, to study as a nurse in the UK, price ranges from £9,000 and above, could be more. You're thinking that's a whole lot of money, and that is why I put together this video today. Today we're going to be talking about how you can get support towards your education. I'm going to be talking about government grants, scholarships, and I would at some point streamline it to the topic of this video, and that is something I'll be closing on the 28th of October. Should you have interest in getting a whooping £2,500 towards your nursing education in the UK every year, then this video is definitely for you. Stay tuned, you will understand what I mean in a while. My name is Olubukola Akimolayo Ogundele. It's been a minute on this channel. I am a registered nurse, I'm a vlogger, a mom, a wife, everything, entrepreneur. And on this channel, I create content from lifestyle, nursing, marriage, a bit of everything, fun videos, you know, just to keep us going. Right, straight to the topic of today. So many times you hear about grant scholarships and you're thinking, how do people apply for it? Does it apply to me? How do I know if I can apply for it? Yes, you can. There are something called UK grants, and these are funds provided by the government or sometimes non-governmental organizations or organizations generally speaking, to support people in achieving their dreams, especially if it's something that would benefit, you know, the whole world, or well, in this case, the country as a whole. Please watch this video to the end, because at some point I'll be talking about how you can find all of these grants, how you can find scholarships, how you can apply for them. I'll put links in my description box that you can, you know, click on. Are you new in the UK and you're wondering, how do I go about things? If not anything, the UK will teach you DIYs, that's do it yourself skills. It will come, you know, and also the ability to use Google yourself would come with time, you know, living in the UK. So at some point, yes, you ask for help, but at some point you go and, you know, search for information yourself. Right, let's get into this one quickly without digressing too much. Right, like you probably know already, the UK government, you know, invests so much in scholarship, bursaries, grants and things like that. And for the purpose of this video, I will be talking about nurses, and I'll be talking about how you can, you know, get a grant to study your nursing course, even though you do not have any background in nursing. So this applies to you even though you're not a nurse from back home and you want to start afresh, you want to go into it, and you're wondering, how do I get grants? Like I said earlier, grants do not apply to nursing only. Grants apply to every parastatal, every sector. Is just knowing how to find them, and like I said, I'll provide the link at some point. The one I will be talking about is one that has been made available by the Royal College of Nursing for people who want to go into nursing, to study nursing, and you get up to £2,500 every year till the end of your course. Right, application closes on the 28th of October, and I'm shooting this video on the 14th of October, which means you have exactly 2 weeks to apply. Right, I want to mention at this point that this is not the only grants that the RCN, like they like to be called, RCN, Royal College of Nursing, offer. You're wondering, what is the Royal College of Nursing? It's an organization, you know, that supports nurses, healthcare assistants, nursing associates, and it is a professional body that provides information, support. The definition of RCN is wide. You know, there's a lot going on, but they are packed, and they're very helpful. Anyway, let's get back to the point. Now, the RCN provides educational grants, they provide research and development grants, and they provide hardship grants for some people. So if you go on the RCN website, I will put the link in the description box so you can have a look at the list of grants that they provide, and then of course we'll go into this one as much as possible. I'm trying not to digress, even though I'm trying to let out as much information as possible to you. So the one that has been made available that I was just talking about earlier, that will close soon, is the one called the RCN Foundation Nursing Grant. And I will talk about the eligibility, and other things you need to know just to make sure that before you apply, indeed it's something you want to go into. Let's get into this. Right, so speaking of the RCN Foundation Nursing Grant, are you someone who has passion for taking care of people, vulnerable people, who are at their lowest and need your care, they need your support, and you've always wanted to be a nurse? Or you want to go into it because you know that nursing is a profession that is well sought after in every part of the world? Is that your reason? It really doesn't matter. Or is it for the money? Well, nursing is not the best, one of the best paid professions, which is why there is so much going on about strike and things, just so we can get fair pay and the likes. But are you just someone who would like to go into nursing for reasons best known to you? Number one thing on that eligibility before you apply is that you have to be a graduate in any discipline. It doesn't have to be nursing, and you must have come out of that course. You must have come out of that undergraduate degree with at least a 2-1. The higher it is, the better. So if you're a first class, it even makes it better. So first class, second class, upper, that's all they want. Number two eligibility is that you are someone who is resident in the UK. And number three eligibility is that you plan and you have a firm, in their word, you have a firm decision to continue to live in the UK even after the end of your program. Remember what I said earlier, that these government funds and grants and things, whether one given by the government or an organization like RCN and every other organization available, they are for a particular purpose. So imagine if they sponsor you to do nursing and they give you all of that money, you're done, and then you take all of your knowledge, your expertise, you take it to the United States. They've actually lost, haven't they? So that's how they check that. I don't know, but at some point they would ask you, and you have to make sure that indeed you want to stay back. So apart from firm intent to stay in the United Kingdom, it could be United Kingdom or the Channel of Islands, is a part of the UK, attached to them somehow, and they've got a special thing for. So any of those countries, then you that's your second eligibility. I think third eligibility. The fourth thing to mention is that before you can apply for this grant, you need to be eligible to apply or applying for a course, a nursing course, whether a degree course or a diploma course, postgraduate diploma, and you have a start date, or you're currently, doing a course already and you just want support towards the monetary part of things, then you are eligible for that. Do you get it? So you have to be eligible to apply. So imagine someone who has got a diploma. What's the best example I can give? Someone who, for whatever reason, do not tick the criteria of any university to go study nursing, or any university to go do a postgraduate diploma course in nursing, and they are then applying for this grant, you'll be disqualified because you've been disqualified in that part or at that stage, with the university anyway. So they won't search your university for you, they won't apply for you, they won't write your statements and things like that for you. So you still do all of that for yourself rather. So at the point they step in is when you know what you're doing, you believe you're eligible, and then you need support financially towards applying for it. And the last but not the least eligibility point is that you have an experience in healthcare. Now, having an experience in healthcare, sometimes some people think, oh, does that mean I should have worked as a healthcare assistant in the little time I've been in the UK, or as a nurse in the little time I've been in the UK, or as a nurse or as a healthcare assistant back home where I'm coming from? No. What they're trying to say here is that you have to have any sort of experience. And sometimes what you don't know is that if you've once been a carer for your mom or your poly dad, and you did it for a good number of time, you've nursed your grandmother, whether to life or to death before, these are experiences, in healthcare, caring for someone's health. If you can have something to show for it, evidences to show for it, that indeed you have. The way the UK works is that they will not say that you have lied, whatever you say. You just have to provide an evidence if you are asked for it, and that's everybody happy. So there we go, that's the eligibility criteria. So what happens next is you click on the apply button, and you submit all of your details. And remember, with grants, you're not the only one applying. So the earlier you apply, the better you make your application look, the beautiful it appears, the better for you. And that said, I would indulge you to apply as soon as possible. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description box below for you to have a look at all of these things. And the more you use Google, the more you ask Google your answers, the better. There are always numbers to every website. You can ring and ask your questions there. Please be confident, please be assertive, and you'll be answered. So there we go. I suppose that's the summary of this particular grant that I need you to know about. However, I said at the beginning that I was going to mention other things you can benefit from in the UK, and these are scholarships. So scholarship, when you get a scholarship, it doesn't mean that they pay the totality of the school fees. So you hear some people say, oh, I got a scholarship and they paid all. Don't know, but oftentimes that I know of, the government or that organization pays 20 to 30%, well, maximum 40% of the total cost of that education, whether degree, post-grad, and things like that, or diploma. So you can apply. Are they public funds? No, they are not public funds. No, no, they're not public funds. I will put a list in the description box of the things that are public funds and things that are not, especially because many people are getting into trouble these days, you know, doing work too much, not ringing home office when they are not clear about some things, and making sure that they're getting information from the right source. Because of the massive influx into the UK, you'll be hearing so much I heard, they said, I heard, they said. Sometimes when you're still in doubt, you probably want to ask someone who has been in the UK for longer. And sometimes being in the UK for longer doesn't even mean that some people know some things. You'll be surprised, which then means that if you're still in doubt, you can always ring the Home Office for clarity, or go on the Govt.uk website and search your question, or put your question on Google and look for search results that appear credible to you. For instance, the ones that have the Govt.uk, you know, URL, those are the ones that you want to follow. Write them down somewhere. Educate yourself to educate others. And I suppose that's the end of this video. I'll put every other link of things I've mentioned while speaking. I'll put them in the description box. If you have anything to add, you have any other question, please leave them in the comment section. I'm happy to talk to you in the comment section. I really hope you've enjoyed this video till the end of it, and I really hope you will be sharing this video to your friends, your families, people that live in the UK and intend to continue to live in the UK, who are wanting to go into nursing, or who are dependents, who do not just want to sit at home or continue to do something they don't like doing and want to just start a course. Then please share this link with them in the groups that you belong to. I would really appreciate that. If you don't mind, if you've picked a thing or two from this video, do you mind putting a thumbs up, liking this video? If you've come into this video via a link, sometimes it may need you to log in. Please, it takes about 20 seconds to log in. Please do that for me. Like this video, share, put a comment down, and then, you know, help my YouTube algorithm. And that's everything for now. Are you subscribed to my channel? Thank you so much for coming back to watch this one. Are you a new person who has come to click on this video? Thank you so much for doing so. I really hope I haven't disappointed you. I really hope you've got value for your time. I've got other interesting videos on how to buy a house in the UK in a short while, side hustles in the UK, if you're a nurse, revalidation in the UK. I've done quite a number of videos here and there, even though my consistency level is still part of my prayer point. So but I think I've tried to do a few things that I believe will be helpful for you. Okay, that's everything for now. I remain Olubukola TV on YouTube. That's Olubukola TV on YouTube, Olubukola TV on TikTok, Toe Creams with a Z on Twitter, Toe Cream 14 on Instagram, and on Facebook, Olubukola Akimalayo Ogundele. Thank you so much once again. Till we see you again. Bye for now.